just getting started with your GRE preparation, chances are that you're looking for what exactly you need to study, the topics to cover, kind of questions to expect, and of course the scoring pattern. This is exactly what we'll be covering in today's episode. And make sure you stay till the end because we're going to give you something that will definitely help you plan your preparation a whole lot better. Hi, my name is Dana David and I'm a GRE and admissions expert here at GRE Edge. And before we move ahead with anything else, make sure you click that subscribe button so that you're notified every time we release a new video about GRE preparation or university applications. Now that that's over with, let's get started with GRE and its syllabus. The GRE, administered by the ATS, has undergone quite a few makeovers ever since its inception in 1949, with the most recent one being in 2011, where it saw three major changes. If you want to take a deeper look at it, then feel free to pause right here. ATS also pushed up the convenience factor several notches by allowing the test takers to skip questions or go back and review their answers. Moreover, an online calculator was introduced to help test takers with the quantitative reasoning section. So what does the GRE syllabus look like now? The GRE consists of three main sections: verbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning, and analytical writing assessment. The verbal and the quantitative reasoning section are scored on a scale of 170, with 130 and 170 being the minimum and maximum possible scores respectively. Your overall GRE score is a sum of what you score in both verbal and quants sections. Therefore, your total GRE score could range from a minimum of 260 to a maximum of 340. The AWA section is marked separately on a scale of 0 to 6, and it does not form a part of your final GRE score, but appears alongside it as a separate component. Since your GRE starts with the AWA section, that's exactly what we're going to look at first. On this section, you'll be required to write 2 essays of about 500 words each. Sounds quite simple, right? Except for the fact that the topics of these essays are designed in such a way that it tests your analytical reasoning and logical ability, and you just have 30 minutes to complete these tasks. The first essay task is called Analyze an Issue, and the second essay task is called Analyze an Argument. In the first task, you'll be required to analyze a given topic and present your thoughts about it in an essay. Now, usually these topics are multi-dimensional in nature, which can be discussed from various different angles. Here's an example. Feel free to pause and read the question till you understand it properly. In the second task, Analyzing an Argument, you get provided with a passage where an author makes a claim. Your job is to discuss the strength of the author's argument by critically analyzing the line of reasoning that he provides. Take a look at a sample argument essay for better understanding. Note that there is no right and wrong in the AWA section. It's all about how clearly and logically you can express your opinions. You can find the entire list of issue and argument topics that come on the GRE in our exclusive ebook. We've left a link to that in the description below, so make sure you grab your copy. Remember that reading about topics that you're not entirely familiar with will actually make you comfortable writing about them during your exam. Now that we're done with the AWA section, let's take a look at what to expect in the verbal reasoning section. The verbal reasoning section consists of 2 sections of 20 questions each. Students get about 30 minutes to complete each section, which is roughly about 1.5 minutes per question. Out of the 20 questions on each section, around 10, which is 50%, are from reading comprehension. Here, you'll be given passages to read and asked questions based on your understanding of them. RC questions can be of several types and patterns, like factual, inferential, critical reasoning, or based on your overall understanding of the passage. To know how to identify each question type and arrive at the right answer, check out our RC playlist on our channel. Here's an example of a typical GRE reading comprehension question of the first type. Take a look at the passage and the answer choices and select what suits the question being asked. The remaining 10 questions can either be from text completion or sentence equivalence. Out of these, about 6 questions come from text completion, and there could be either single blank, double blank, or triple blank questions with increasing difficulty level correspondingly. For example, a single blank text completion question could look like this, somewhat similar to a typical fill in the blanks question. A double blank text completion question would be slightly more complicated, having to fill one more blank in the question. And finally, the triple blank text completion question with 3 blanks that you need to fill. Feel free to pause the video to get a closer look of each question type. The remaining 4 questions are from the sentence equivalence type, where out of the 6 options provided to you for each question, you need to select 2 of them. Both these options, when plugged into the same sentence, should yield the same meaning. For example, in this given question, both options D and F yield the same meaning when plugged into the given sentence. So in the 2 parts of the GRE verbal section, a GRE test taker must solve at least 20 RC questions, 12 text completion questions, and 8 sentence equivalence questions. So what competencies does the GRE verbal test? All in all, the goal of the GRE verbal reasoning test section is to measure your ability to understand and analyze a given written passage, identify meaning of words, and the context in which it's being used. Some concepts that are tested by the GRE verbal section are provided in this table. More importantly, scoring well on the GRE verbal section requires you to have a strong grasp on GRE vocabulary. To help you with that, make sure to check out this video on how to learn high priority GRE words to get a 160 plus on your GRE verbal section. Moving on to the quantitative reasoning section. This section too comprises of 2 parts of 20 questions each. Here you'll get 35 minutes to solve each set of 20 questions. That's actually 5 minutes more than what you get for each set of verbal reasoning questions. Questions may be multiple choice or numerical entry type, and they come from 5 broad topics. You can expect 6 to 8 questions on arithmetic and algebra, 6 to 8 questions on geometry, 4 to 5 questions on data interpretation, and finally 2 to 3 questions on data analysis. The concepts tested in the GRE quantitative reasoning section include all of what you've learned in your 10th, 11th and 12th grade at school, except for trigonometry and calculus. So make sure you don't waste time on any of these topics. Some of the topics you can expect in the quantitative section are in the table as follows. Now, apart from the 2 essays that you encounter in the analytical writing assessment and the 2 sections of verbal and quants each that you'll be attempting, there will be 1 additional section that you have to attempt but you won't be scored on. Yes, you heard that right. This mysterious unscored section is called the experimental section and can come as either a surprise verbal section or an extra quant section, and there is no way of knowing which one of them it's going to be. Even if you've already attempted 2 sections of verbal and quant and you get another section, don't immediately assume that that's the experimental section, because this section does not really come in any fixed order. For all you know, you could have already attempted an unscored section, and the section you decide to skip could be the scored section. Hence, it's always a safe bet to attempt each and every question with equal concentration and focus. Now that you know what to expect on the GRE, tell us what section you'd rather choose to start with. Let us know by leaving a comment below. As promised right in the beginning, here's your exclusive ebook on the complete syllabus for GRE. It contains everything we've discussed in today's episode, plus a little important detail at each and every topic to help you strategize your preparation a whole lot better. All you have to do is just download this ebook using the link provided in the description below. Also, if you found what you're looking for in today's video, then don't forget to hit that thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon if you want to be notified every time we release a new video on GRE prep, MS admissions and everything in between. So until next time, this is Dana David signing off, and I hope to see you all in our upcoming videos. Happy learning!